exactly why I didn't want to come out here after work today. After work on a weekday, it is messed up. I'm just gonna ride the line the whole way there, man. Going places after work, like on a weeknight, I really don't like it. There's a bunch of traffic, especially like right now, because in like a week and a half it's gonna be Christmas. Anyway, I guess I should start my video, and I don't know what you thought from the title, but every once in a while it's time to say goodbye, and you got to make a change in your life. And I am always thinking about like what things am I using and what things are sitting on the shelf, so to speak. And one of the things that I really don't use all that much, and when I do use it, it's really not all that comfortable and all that practical, is this bike. And I know you guys are gonna be like, what? But I have made up my mind that I am going to trade this bike in, and I'm going to get a new bike. I don't think that I am going to own a crotch rocket like the sport bike position. I don't think I'm going to own one of these bikes again. And that's the only reason why, you know, like if this was an upright, it'd be fine with me, you know. And that's what basically what the Duke 1290 has made me realize, is that if I really had the performance of this bike in an upright, I wouldn't miss this bike. That's what the Duke 1290 made me realize, the Super Duke. And so now that I realize that, I'm going to, I've given a lot of thought to this over quite a few weeks, and of all the bikes I have, this is the bike I use the least. This is the bike I ride the least. And when I ride it, especially commuting, like on the freeway, dude, it is so hard to look to change lanes because your chin hits your shoulder. That's part of the sport bike position. Where on uprights, you could just turn your head, you can look, and you can change lanes, and it's not a big deal. I put over 10,000 miles on this bike, and I have definitely gotten proficient at riding without rider aids. That was my whole thing with the RC8, is I just wanted to learn to ride without ABS, without traction control, not having to worry about rider modes, any of that. I just wanted to ride something that would make me realize when I was riding good or when I was not riding good. And this bike definitely does that. You know, like when you're riding smooth and you're doing everything right, this bike feels awesome, dude. Like the last track day that I went and did, I can actually ride now, you know, like I can actually upshift and downshift and brake and turn and do everything that I need to do smoothly and actually make this bike feel incredible. But when you don't do something smoothly on this bike, it is freaking crazy. Whoa, it is crazy. But just everything about it, like the throttle curve, the freaking, just everything about this bike, dude, it's made to, and it doesn't even like being in first gear. I mean, it's made to, like, you should just like take this bike to the track. That's really what it's meant for. Now that I took it to the track, I realized that, you know, it's totally at home on the track, and it's really easy to ride, fast, and it's an awesome bike. But for what I do, you know, like for what I'm doing, as far as like not doing like more than 1 or 2 track days a year or anything, you know, it's like it's not worth it to me to have what's basically become a track only bike to me. I've given it a lot of thought, and I really don't think I'm going to regret this decision. So there you go. All right, let's go check out my new bike. There she is. That's what I'm getting. Husqvarna 701 Supermoto. That is what I have decided on. Alright, well, finished all the paperwork finally. And it's now like, it says it's 7:16. I don't know if that's really what time it is, but... Well, I got rid of my 2015 RC8. And I now have a 2018 Husqvarna 701 Supermoto. And I'm stoked, man. Brand new bike and 5-year warranty. And I'm stoked. Totally cool. Husqvarna, baby. It's weird. Now I only have 2 KTMs instead of 3. Hell yeah. A guy on a sport bike. And now I'm a guy on an upright. I don't think I'm ever going to have another sport bike, riding position bike, as long as I live. And it was a good experience. And I'm actually glad that the one sport bike that I have owned was the RC8 with no electronics, with no rider aids. I really think that's a cool thing, and that has definitely taught me to be a better rider. And now, I mean, same with this bike. I mean, I guess it's got ABS on this Supermoto. You know, I mean, it's the same as the Duke 690, but it doesn't have any rider modes. It doesn't have traction control or any of that crap. It's just got ABS.